So it has finally arrived, my most anticipated RPG of 2023, and that, of course, is Household from Two Little Mice. This just arrived at my doorstep yesterday. It's super heavy. Like, it's heavier than I thought it was going to be. It's awesome. I have not gotten a chance to open this. I figured I would save that for this video, and we'll take a look through it. You already know that I love the mechanics, I love the setting, and I love the art of these titles that Two Little Mice are putting out. So I'm excited to see what the finished products are going to look like, what these books in here feel, and what they are all about. So let's take a look at them. So stick around. We're going to take a look at Household Volume 1, Opera Omnia from Two Little Mice. Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Today on the show, we're going to be taking a look at Household from Two Little Mice. This is a fantasy RPG where you play as little creatures in the wall of this house. It's very much like the Borrowers, like the Littles, that kind of setting, if you grew up with any of those. If you like this type of content, hit that like button down below. If you're coming across the channel for the very first time, I'd love it. If you hit that subscribe button, it definitely helps tremendously to help us grow this show and this channel, and yeah, I greatly appreciate it. This came in yesterday. Like I said, it's super heavy. It's way heavier than I thought. In fact, picking it up with one arm is definitely a workout. Maybe it'll help me with my biceps. I don't know. But yeah, let's take a look at it. I wanted to save it for camera because I have a feeling that the production quality of these books are just going to be outstanding, and sure this video is just going to be me gushing over the fact that these books are beautiful, but you know, hopefully y'all don't mind. Let's take a look at this first volume of Household. So this is the box set of Household from Two Little Mice. It is volume 1, Opera Omnia, and as you can see, the texture of the I call it a slipcase. It is a slipcase, I guess is probably what you'd call it. It's got a little bit of texture to it, so it's nice. It's got like kind of like a satiny kind of finish. I don't know if you can see, but the Household logo is in like the gold foil, and so is Volume 1, Opera Omnia. And then the back just says, "For the house is big, and these are such small matters." So it's kind of neat. It does look like a big book. I will say this is super heavy, by the way. This is much heavier than I thought it was going to be. But that's awesome. But yeah, so it's set up to kind of look like a book on your shelf, which is super stylish and super clever. I love it. There have been some board games that have been like this. I can't recall of any RPGs that have had this kind of setup. So very cool. The cover is magnetic, and I love this illustration right here. This right here, I think it sells it like immediately. Like as soon as you open it up, that's what you see. You see this mouse and this creature in a cape riding it towards this abandoned house, and it's kind of sunset, so the sun's kind of peeking through over the trees in the house, and it's just a beautiful illustration. And that's you're gonna see a lot of this stuff when we look through the books and through all this stuff that's in the box set. I love the fact that this is the first thing you see. It just sells you immediately. Getting these things out is a little bit of a trick. Let's see what we got here. So the first thing we have is this. This is a map of the household, the house. It's got the different floors, upper, ground, and basement, and then it's got the different rooms in on each floor. Each room is kind of like its own city-state kind of thing. Like this a lot. I wish it were a little bit heavier, but I have a feeling that as I take it in and out of this box that it might get ruined or ripped or a little bit, but really cool. I love that. I love having a map of that in this. And then on the back it just says Caramel Candy Company, so it's almost like a discarded wrapper from a candy. The next one is the GM screen. GM screen is 3 panels, and it's got all of the different charts for easy access, you know, for easy reference. And then the cover illustration is that one where they're running from or fleeing from a big spider. Super cool. We'll just kind of go through. Let's go through. Kind of go take them in order, I guess. So that's the core rulebook, Household Volume 1. Again, really like the touch of the foil on the household logo, and for like the title of the book down there. On the back, it just kind of lets you, gives a little summary of the setting and what you will be playing. You'll be playing some littlings, which are like these fantasy creatures. These little fantasy creatures. But yeah, it's one thing that I just love about this is the art. The art just sells this so much. I love the system as well. It's that favored by fortune system, which is like a D6 dice pool system where you're trying to get pairs, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, and that determines your success. Very narrative, very story driven. I love that. You know how I love that. But you've got folks and nations, your character, professions, how to play, contracts, equipment and wealth, household history, saga, the house, Appendix 1 and Appendix 2. And then there's even a little adventure that you can run for your players, which is Pride and Prejudice and Centipedes, which we've played on the show. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, the layout, the art is just really, really good. I won't go into all of this too much because there's just a lot to cover, and we've kind of gone over it in the actual play, but it is just, look at that. How beautiful is that? Danielle did an awesome job. Just a phenomenal core book right there. So that is the Household Volume 1. The next book is A Practical Guide to Living Inside the House. And this has additional information on every nation in the house, new historical characters, new equipment, 3 new rooms, the porch, the kitchen, the smaller bedroom, 10 mysteries for you to uncover. So you've got some things to kind of put your players through and have them find out. 10 new contracts, 3 new opponents, including the Terrible Scorpion. So you got 6 playable characters, 5 new vocations, a new animal companion, the snail, and 8 maps for the main cities of the household. So I think this is kind of like an advanced player's guide almost, I would think. So I love that. I love the fact that they didn't just call it an advanced player's guide. They kind of played it. They gave it a practical guide to living inside the house title. Again, the foil stamping, the stamping for the title. Love that cover image right there. Just looks really, really, really well done. Oh man, so much that I want to read, but don't want to read because I want to actually play it too. It's one of those games that, like, oh man, look at that. That I want to run and I want to play. Love that. Let's see what the contents are. Forward, Realm, Hearth, Freedom Minions, Horde, Appendix 1, Appendix 2, Appendix 3. So the Appendix 1 is new options, new characters, and then Household Atlas. So good. This one is a little bit thinner than the other book. This one is, let's take a look. Oh, look at all those maps. I love that. It's about a little over 200 pages long. Love it. And then this is like a campaign book. This is a Saga of the Fragile Peace. Again, this is the same image that's on the GM screen, and the logo and the title are in that gold foil stamping. And then the Saga of the Fragile Peace is an expansion. It contains a collection of characters and adventures that weave together to create a great saga. It has 24 ready-to-play characters, 6 ready-to-play adventures, 60 adventure outlines to build your own saga, and a timeline of the household history, which is just give you more info for your GM. Two Little Mice just makes really, really nice, beautiful books. Yeah. Let's take a look. I love how each character has their own prologue, so you kind of get a little bit of backstory on the character that you can play. Love that. Each one has different. Let's see here. Let's show the. So the contents, this one has the Historians Club, Noteworthy Characters, Adventures in the Saga, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Paragraph 1, Chapter 2, Paragraph 3, Chapter 3, Paragraph 1, Chapter 3, Paragraph 2, Chapter 4, Paragraph 1, Chapter 4, Paragraph 2, Chapter 4, Paragraph 3, Chapter 5, Paragraph 1, Chapter 5, Paragraph 2, Chapter 5, Paragraph 3. Because each adventure kind of has 3 paragraphs. That's how they do their adventures. They're kind of set up in 3 acts, but they call them paragraphs. And then an epilogue, which is a few pages. Beautiful. Love it. That's everything that is in this box. Let's go back up to the table and I'll give you my final thoughts. So as I said at the beginning of this video, this is my most anticipated RPG of 2023, or was coming into 2023. Did it live up to the hype? It absolutely did. It's a terrific product. It's made with a lot of love and care and passion. You can definitely see that in the quality of the products that are in this book, or in this box, I should say. You can see it in the design of the layout of the books. You can see it in the art, just all around. You can see that there's a lot of love and passion that Two Little Mice put into this product line. Now, let's talk a little bit about who this product is for and who it might not be for. Now, this is, as you can see, there's a lot of content in this box. So if you're one of those that doesn't like a lot of lore and a lot of research, when you pick up an RPG, you kind of want to make it your own, and you know the setting and all that, this might not be specifically for you. I think a lot of it is built for the timelines and the events that they have created. I think you can. Don't get me wrong. I do think you can make it your own for sure. But it's going to take a little bit of finagling to do that. And just know that it might not what you create on your own might not line up with what they already have in place in their other books and all that. It is a super fun system. We played it, like I said, on this show and had a blast with it. It is very rules light. Anybody with D6s can play it because you just are looking to make pairs, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, depending on how hard something is. That determines how many pair, the pairing that you need to roll for. I also love the fact that there's this push your luck mechanic where if you roll and you don't quite get the success that you need, so say you roll some dice and you only got a pair and you needed 3 of a kind to kind of overcome something that's really, really kind of a tougher obstacle, you can re-roll those dice and keep the pair that you have, but if you don't improve upon that pair, you kind of lose all of the success, not just that one pair. So I like that as a mechanic. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't know how all of this is going to be packaged at retail. I have a feeling that they're going to be separate books, and that this box set might just be something special for Kickstarter backers or those that pre-ordered or late backed. I love this. I'm going to bring this probably to Gen Con with me, and I'm going to have them sign it. Like that's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of starting a signed RPG book collection, and that's one of our Patreon perks as well. Is twice a year I send you a signed RPG book from a designer or a publisher. I would love to have the Three Little Mice team sign these books and have it in my collection, because I think that this is just a spectacular product. And yeah, I know not everybody's going to be like enamored with it like I am, but I think there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be enamored with this. And so if you are excited about this product and Household, let me know in the comments. I think that it should be going to Kickstarter backers right now in the US. So if you back this or late pledge for it, you should be getting it shortly. I feel really, really bad that this did not hit people's hands before the any vote was taking place. Because if more people had this and saw what we just saw, I have a hard time thinking that it wouldn't have won more awards. And it's just unfortunate timing by the Two Little Mice and for the Any Awards. But don't sleep on this product. The fact that it might not be as hyped going into Ennies. I hope it still wins some awards at the Ennies, but I think it probably would have had more hype had people had the physical books, because I've had the PDFs for months now, and I love them. And this physical product just totally rejuvenated my love for this line again, and I'm excited to see what else they're going to do with Household. Of course, they just did Outgunned on Kickstarter, which is a super similar system, and again, I'm sure it's going to be really, really well done, just like this product line. So if you are a fan of story-driven, rules light, D6 dice pool RPGs, don't sleep on Two Little Mice. They're making their mark in this industry. So it's going to be interesting to see them grow and put out more and more products as the years go on. So with that, that's my thoughts on Household. I am so excited for this. Can't wait. And maybe we'll see the Two Little Mice crew at Gen Con, and we can get them on camera a little bit more, actually in person. That's one of the highlights that I'm really looking forward to this year. So with that being said, remember, winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Thanks so much for watching this video. This video would not be possible without these people right here, the names that are on the screen that you're seeing scroll by. Those are all our generous patrons on Patreon. They help keep this content flowing. And if you'd like to have your name added to that list, check out our Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/Victory Condition Gaming. We have a few different levels. We've got some that you just give us a tip every month and you have access to our Discord, a special role there, or there's even a $10 a month level where I send you 2 signed limited RPG books a year in June and December. Check it out. I appreciate it. If you've gone all this way and you haven't already, I'd really greatly appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and that like button down below. That helps grow our show even more, and I appreciate that greatly. Thanks so much.